What is up, my fellow game developers? Today is July 2nd, 2026, and this is the devlog for EggyQuest 0.1.9.3. Yes, and I actually think I got those numbers right because I'm recording this in the middle of the night when it's not 115 degrees, which it often was for the entire day that I was working on this, which was also all of the entire day. Yeah, I got a little bit of assistance here from my robots and things like that on this, that, and the third thing, but I tell you one thing about it, there's still, as this game keeps getting thicker, so do the bug fixes and things like that that I have to work through and all the same. Okay. Where do I even begin? Obviously, we have the brand new title screen. We have the brand new daily special runs. We got the best runs log. We got the music for one. And we also have a music slider here. To all your specifications. I mean, I don't know. There's really not too much else going on in that option screen right now, but eventually when we have, you know, the massively multiplayer aspect of this game as a possibility, whatever you want to do, kart racing, plinko, gamble, casino, I don't want my face. You could have DDR, you could have rhythm game in here, you could have literally anything, literally everything you could ever imagine is possible in EggyQuest. It's the world that we were promised finally coming to life. I never thought it would happen, huh? Not to ramble too much, but that's just a few things. A few of those new things there. I could go for the daily, but I'm going to choose to go for standard here today. This is also a new thing. We've got the nice options here. To keep in line with the eventual multiplayer capabilities, you can go ahead and we have this name entering screen right here, so you can see you'll have a name, whatever name you want to have in chat. You don't need to have accounts or things like that. We're not stealing your data. I'm not trying to get too sticky fingers with it, okay? I will say, however, you know, I think every single time I've been doing these play testings, these dev loggings, I've been playing the mage. The rogue is coming out far and away with the new balancing patches. He's busting for real, and he has treasure strike, was kind of sucking and pointless. Not so much anymore, though. You might see my vault is Stormbreaker ++. So we have new gear, we have new epic tier gear, but I've decided that having Rain Shuriken is lay epic for the win. Let's get right into the game. I'll just keep this is about to just be a playthrough to go fight the bosses. We're just gonna do a full playthrough right now. So let me just actually go through my patch notes real quick here. The last devlog that I did, we had a river structure that was broken and blocking us to death. That no longer exists. We have, I didn't even have sound effects last time. Those I will not have the sound reduced on, so you can hear those nice and fully clear here. There's this combo thing I have going on at the top of the screen. It's a little contrived, I feel like, maybe for the rest of everything. Like things, it's kind of like there's a fast-paced element to the game, you know, because you want to get away from the collapse of the world, the death that's behind you. But it's kind of, I don't know, like I like things that are like big and like, I like it. It's at least satisfying to me now as I'm developing the game. And maybe later on, maybe at some point, I will opt to not be having it. But in any case, while we're here, let's just say, okay, the stupid lightning's going to keep blasting because it does that constantly until I start walking again. Fuck it. What is this? The Natty Faker. Well, you'll see what that looks like in an icon whenever we get to that point. But it's not supposed to spawn this early in the game. However, I've decided to allow it because, it's really pointless to spend your money on it at this point. So you can stock it if you want to, which I will, but you can only hold 2 at once at any given point, and it's not particularly useful. So that's at your discretion if that's something you want to pick up at this point. You may have noticed it is alluding to a poison resistance, and I will tell you that much. That is something that you will need. Well, it's not like, I would just highly recommend it, but you'll see when we get there, folks. You'll see when we get there. Let's get away from this freaking lightning. I don't want to have that shit blowing my eardrums out, for goodness sake. Where's the lightning sound effect? That's what I need to put in here. Excuse me. lightning sound effect producer. This is kind of very difficult to see, but we have Sucker over here who's aggro to me. I think, yeah, both of them are aggro to me. You can see it. Let me just go ahead. You know, it's going to be a little bit longer today. We're going to do a full playthrough. I'll just draw to your attention here that he does now bob like up and down slightly to let you know the aggro. I could do like maybe like exclamation points over him or something, but it's all a work in progress. And for the record, it might not be so listenable due to the fact that I'm talking over it, but the overworld's audio is different from the title screen audio, for the record. Basically, I basically built, we have 3 music tracks in the game at the moment now. I have one for the title screen, one for general gameplay, and one for the bosses specifically. And so what that all entails is the title screen is kind of a little bit more, it's mellow, it's chill. The overworld, I think it's just only piano on the title screen, and then with you can kind of hear a little bit of this. The overworld has a little bit of a violin section, a little bit of a synth section, and then the boss music, we can maybe let it play a little bit so you get a taste of it. The boss music is going, it has more of a, it's still based on a similar melody, but we have this horn section going on. And I'll show you, let's make sure that Shuriken's working. It's supposed to work up close now. Yes, it does. And we get the little notification that we used Shuriken. Roast Neighbor, still very valuable, definitely. I will tell you, if you do not have Natty Faker or Time Crystals. Alright, we'll check this out. Okay, if you're listening to this offside, whatever, you need to look at what is about to happen right here. This is something that I've incorporated and was kind of stupidly difficult to make this come together for something so minuscule, but I did spend time to make this happen. So, feast your eyes. Oh, come on, game. Let me see it. Come on, aha. Yeah, there we go. Electric Mizzy, the Death Storm Empress. I was trying to think of like funny, you know, flavor text. There's a lot of options. I wanted it to be like a little bit sincere, you know. But there is a joke there for those who know. And you know what? Is that not what all the best games have? They have some kind of inside joke that nobody can understand. I think that's the best thing. So I have worked on, you might have noticed there was like a small pause as I was defeating the boss there. It's something that I've tried to get reduced. I spent, honestly, too much time on trying to fix it. It's less than what it was. I don't know if it's I mean, it's fine. I guess it's like a, you know, I could probably have like a little victory noise there or something to kind of smooth it over eventually, but we have, well, critical, I guess I've been critting here. Crits, they did not exist in the previous devlog. We have critical hits now. There's new items and new gear, and it only will begin to exist on the screen after the first boss is defeated. So, Natty Faker was supposed to be an item that only begins to exist after the boss. So you'll start to see Natty Faker spawn on the game world now after the, and I got too preoccupied. For the second boss, I'll let the boss music play out a little bit so you get a little taste of it. I was too excited about my lay cutscene. That's, well, it's coded into the game as cutscene, but it's really just like a title card or something. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I just thought it was cool. That's really the only. I'm doing everything when I think it's cool. That's what I want to do. Anything that's cool, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. Okay. I'm also noticing over here, log. This has been a problem for me as I keep on expanding it. This empty space here is where your status ailments are going to go because we have enemies and bosses now that do things to you more than just damage. I see the natty count is going off the screen. We might just need to redo this whole thing. I don't know how exactly that's going to work. I mean, frankly, we don't need any of this showing. So probably just have all of this relegated to the inventory where it should be at this point. But that's all in good time here. This combat log was such a thing for me. Getting that to stop bleeding up into everything as I'm adjusting it. That's really, like I said, it took some extra time, and it's still not perfect, but I mean, really, a lot more time than before just being to do bug fixing, adding something, having it break, and then fixing it, and then adding something and having it break, and then fixing it. The wonderful world of game development. They thought it wasn't real. They thought I couldn't do real game anything. They said, oh, you know, this is fake stuff, fraud stuff. I said, no. I'm feeling your pinch. I'm feeling how you got to do, you know. Add, break, repeat, add, break, repeat, you know. It is what it is. But it is really, it's just really these textual errors primarily. Of course, we'll add, you know, more music, fuller sound effects. Right now, this is really that Atari sound library, which is nice to have. It's like, okay, you know, it saves me a lot of, but it's for me, I mean, it's just been a consistently constant thing that I'm working on here. Every waking minute, you know, you're thinking to yourself, oh, you're using tools and you're using things online that have cooldowns and timers and limits and resets and etc. But I'm really being so resourceful. I'd like to, and I'm really not trying to say that to toot my own horn, but I'm being very, very resourceful with a lot of different things, and a lot of different people, and a lot of different everything, to where I can just basically always have one of these. And my vision for this whole thing is so vast as well, you know. As I might have mentioned before, I'm creating something here in my mind, and I don't see. As far as the general limitations, at least, obviously this is just a 2D game of silly pixels and silly little enemies and stuff. So it's not gonna like replace your doctor or whatever, you know, some crazy thing. It's not gonna give you everything you're looking for in life, but it's giving me what I want, and I'm going to be able to keep adding to it. It's everything I've ever craved for that these other game companies can't do, but I'm making it happen, and it's a beautiful thing. Actually, I guess this isn't such a long vlog for the full run, though. I think I'm mostly covered everything, except for what we're about to see here. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, see, when you got this open space, you see the big open space of blocks, it's because, folks, all life has been wiped off. You know, this is already the end of the world, but this is pure and total death, what you're about to see. Well, what could it be? What is that? Oh my goodness. That's right. Did you see what that said there? I would advise you to rewind and pause for a second if you didn't. Let's get a taste of this boss music though real quick. It gets more intense, alright, that's the idea, okay? Well, eventually when we have towns and mansions and castles and resort islands and we're gonna make Disneyland inside the game, it's gonna be called, everything's possible. That'll all have its own soundtrack eventually, of course. Okay, the Fauci bacteriophage. You see, many people don't know what this is in reference to at all. What was that movie called? Thank You, Dr. Fauci? It was before the horrible destruction of the Rumble saga, the total implosion, which led to me not streaming for over an entire year. Like the last couple of things we ever did on stream was watch this documentary called Thank You, Dr. Fauci. And they have this character, they have this thing in there, and it's like this, I don't know, it's like this, this is what a bacteriophage is. It looks like this, except I have it glowing with its aura of the elements, color shifting, and it's got robotic, cybernetic elements to it. But essentially, this is just what like goes into your body and like delivers the payload in a in an immunization. I always just, as soon as I saw this creature in this documentary we watched for funsies, I became very enamored, and I thought to myself, an elemental, poison, freezing, burning, blasting boss with massive scale, massive. Oh crap! Wait, where's the? Okay, it was like blending in with the thing. He has these squares for the elements that are coming up over his head. Those will get replaced with something else here eventually. It's supposed to actually be showing a Unicode symbol that that doesn't really translate very well to the game. So punch him in the head a couple times. I think, what's he about to hit me with fire? Oh shit, that's actually gonna hurt a lot actually. Whatever. I can use the natties for healing though. Okay, now this, however, oh shit, this is where it gets real in the field, folks. And the burn function, I just had it there taken off with a couple of orange dots. Burn will do 10% of your total health and damage per tick, and it can stack. Okay, you can have, theoretically, I don't know, based on the turns, I don't think you'll ever actually be able to get more than one burn stack at a time. But you could have a poison stack as well. Poison is longer lasting, I believe it's 5% of your HP per tick on poison, 10% of your HP on burn per tick, to keep it nice and scaled. If you have roast neighbors to eat like I do, that immediately make you a god. You know, watch this and check it out. Oh wait, I think I got poisoned before it. Okay, I just refreshed. Oh shit, I fucking just refreshed. Ah! No! No! Hold up, I gotta win real quick. Okay. That's just not for play, okay? It's not for play. The Fauci bacteriophage, none of these bosses are particularly threatening yet, because by the time you get here, you're literally god mode, especially if you're eating gross neighbor. You know, it'll all get balanced more in time, but yeah, I think that's about everything that I have for this particular devlog. Show you everything that's going on, because no bugs. We went through this whole joint. No bugs. There's a couple of textual errors, I guess, maybe. Gotta get my word wrapping. Maybe just go ahead and start getting some of this stuff just inventory exclusive. Why not? There's actually not even a space in the inventory up in the... It always wants to code it like hotkey style. I'm trying to get it just inventory select style. You know, standard stuff. Hotkeys cool, don't get me wrong. I think we should have a thing where you could set your own hotkey maybe and not have it hard coded a certain type of way. Anyhow, with that being said, I think we are good to go ahead and finish this run, which is just stepping a bit further here. Ta-da! And also the enemy count is not coded correctly, because I feel it's a bit, I don't know. I've been putting it on the back burner a little bit, just in case it starts like clogging the code, as I've come to find is something that's happening a lot more. I think I actually changed the audio from here still. Nope. Okay, it's completely pointless for me to change the audio at that screen, but I think I want to have it that way anyway, just so that it's, you know, who knows, maybe all of a sudden you're getting a phone call, you got to turn it down, and that's the only way you can change the audio. I want to have the options available in every aspect, every capacity. So, all right, good deal for version 0.1, 0.9, 0.3. I think, Eggy, damn, that's a lot for one single day's patching, perhaps, one single day's development to add like literally like 50 new things. Well, you know what? 0.2.0. I want a lot more customized everything, customized sound effects, customized. I don't know. We're building up to a big 0.2.0. I'll just say that. Yeah. All right. I don't want to take any more of your time. Until next time, my gamer people. This has been EggyQuest devlog for July 2nd, 2026. Recorded because I missed yesterday. It's in the middle of the night. Whatever it is, what it is. Peace.